Sir, can you say your name and work position, please?
Yes. My name is Riel Miller, and I'm head of Futures Literacy at UNESCO in Paris. That's the United Nations Education, Cultural, and Scientific Organization.
Perfect. Why did you decide to become a futurist?
I didn't decide. I became a futurist through discovery and through exploration and out of curiosity, through learning. And it was experience that allowed me to develop capability, which is to understand a little bit more about how people anticipate, why we think about the future, and how we think about the future, and then become somebody who could assist people who wanted to think about the future themselves and construct processes, approaches for thinking about the future.
Why do you think future studies are important for humanity?
I don't know. Because I don't know what's important for humanity, because there's no way to tell. But I have my own personal perspective, which is that it's better to understand the world than to not understand it. And so if you want to understand the world, future studies, like many other forms of study, are one way to become more capable of interpreting and making sense of what happens around us. And so I see future studies as being useful for people because it helps them to understand themselves and to understand the world they live in.
Which do you think is the more effective way to stimulate the futurist mindset in people?
One of the big advantages of doing work in the futures field is that everybody is interested in the future. So because everybody's interested in the future, you can invite them to begin to explore the way they think about the future. And by inviting them to explore how they think about the future, they begin to realize that they can learn how to use the future more effectively and with greater creativity. That takes time, it takes learning, but it really starts from where they are already, which is they are using the future all the time.
Yes. What do you think have been your most important contribution to the perspective?
I've had a very interesting career because I've been able to be in many different institutions, and I have been able to collect perspectives and ideas from many different sources. Today at UNESCO, I think I'm able to make a contribution because I have a network and I have an awareness and a sensitivity to many different perspectives, and I can see where there are openings for doing joint work, for creating new ideas together. In other words, the contribution that I make is based on the fact that I am sensitive to the diversity in the world and trying to see opportunities in that diversity.
Yes, and the last one. What's the importance of events like this Congress?
The World Future Studies Federation has a long history, and it's a history of helping people to connect and to share and then to build together. Having this meeting now in Mexico at a time when the world is feeling the effects of fragmentation and conflict and fear is important because it provides us with an opportunity to make the connections and find the shared purpose that strengthens the effort to be more futures literate, to understand how the future enters into human thinking. And I just want to say it's central because the future is one of the most powerful forces in human society. And the World Future Studies Federation, being able to come together in Mexico and connect people from around the world is a very important event and moment in that process.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are very glad with this interview. Thanks.
Thank you.